Greetings everyone, here's Lodrick again, and this is a game War in the Pacific Advanced Edition. This is my play-by-email match against KilRoy. This is scenario 1 on the new game version 27. We arrive already at the 21st March of 42, and yeah, my invasion for Darwin is, I think, maybe this turn already. Yeah, looks like I arrived. First my cover force, and there's still an enemy patrol craft in the port I have to take care of. It's this AVP. Or at least one other AVP. No more. Good. One hit on my submarine near to Suva. Oh, yeah, Kennedy. Now it's bombarding. Darwin have a, I think, 6 or 8 inch coastal batteries, so it is always a little painful if you want to make an invasion directly at Darwin. So I hope my heavy shells can suppress this fire. So I first don't lose no hit on my ships at least. And I can disable or destroy 11 guns. But a gun can be a machine gun, but can also be an 8 inch coastal battery. The game don't separate this. This was my AK at the Mark 14 torpedo hit. And same turn on the other side of the map, invasion fleet for Cylon. I also go here for the more or less big port with coastal batteries, but I hope there are less mines in Colombo. Colombo is normally nearly impossible. Similar to Singapore. Main ports, if you try an invasion there, it can be really painful. Here is a British fire much better. Hits on APs, AKs. And also losses at landing. So also losses, but still acceptable. Nothing too painful. Now my troops are on land. More hits, but still only on fire, no heavy damage. So long you don't really see heavy damage, there's often the possibility that you can maybe handle this kind of situation. But you need a port to really firefight. At least for the Japanese. The Americans, I think they can also do this without a port. And here is a Griffin, again, torpedo attack but failed. And now my cover force finds the Griffin and ends the story. Good. Now we start with ground attacks. And yeah, KilRoy have here some Hudsons attacking, but my Zeros are on duty, plus some Pete fighters. So I can more or less take out a bunch of Hudsons and the rest attacking Congo. So everything is fine. Now this is Australian fighter bombers. My caps are a little low on numbers, but so long KilRoy's attack aircraft only won't go for my battle cruisers, that's fine. They cannot penetrate normally the armor deck. And on the way out I can more or less destroy all of this aircraft. Other location, similar story. Now it's British pilots and Australian. But the result is more or less the same. Without escort fighters, at least the first attack I can repel. No hit. Good. Yeah, my AK go down. No airstrike. Okay. So my Air Force was mainly focused on covering the landing. Of course, I want not to lose my fully loaded amphibious assault ships. It's a beach shortly before I can unload. So now he has one AK on heavy fires with heavy damage. This will normally sink. More ships on fire, heavy fires. Plus a little reinforcements for Port Blair. So now again, bombardment by Chang. I think slowly, very slowly, I can balance out the attack power here. And the Mongolian army is trying to run down this retreating Chinese base force. I also take shortlands. Nothing here. And this Australian base force is also now finally at the end. Dutch forces still holding out. And these are the Australian forces defending Darwin. This is only bombardment, and the bombardment is powerful, but it also shows that there's maybe roughly 200 attack value for the Australian and 1000 for the Japanese. I hope I can simply win this. And here at Cylon the same. I have 2 full divisions already, and I have roughly 10 times the attack power. So next turn I maybe can take 1 or 2 bases. Or at least destroy the enemy fort level and prepare to take the bases in 2 days, 3 days latest. Most important for me, the unloading is successful, and no mine hit normally. I mean, the coastal battery fire and sinking cargo ships, I cannot avoid this. So the air losses for KilRoy still high. A lot of this Australian fighter bombers, but Hudson's also going down, Blenheims. And for me is a bunch of other aircraft, but no 0. So 7 airframes lost, but only 1 pilot killed and 1 wounded. This is a good ratio. In this turn, for me, only this AK had yesterday a Mark 14 torpedo hit, sunk. And I finish off this subtender. That is a bigger, more value ship. Still it's a subtender. And the AVP. Well, not so important. Because we had no battle in China, I can maybe more or less skip this. Yes, only this kicking out Chinese base force will normally retreat here, the minor road. And I follow up. No activity in Burma. And for me, I can see here this motor patrol craft ships. Madras have cruiser mine layers and other maybe small craft, but this is all, I think, only harbor defense and nothing too special. So there's no big fleet, but I know already that British battleships are already destroyed or in Pacific, so there is not really much I expect here to show up. And there's also not additional forces here on the ground. Also the Air Force is destroyed or maybe left back in Colombo. I don't have here now any recon information. I'm only low on fuel, that for sure. And here's at least 1 AP will sink. This is impossible to, I think, or it's very unlikely that I can save this ship. We'll see. This one is better, I think. Fire is still high, but the system damage is not so high. So first, if the system damage is at 99%, then it's over. And here are 2 more ships. This will also very likely go down. And this one, maybe, we will see. So at least 2 ships I expect here to lose. The tankers are waiting that I take the base. Once I have the base, I can maybe more or less disband the tanker in the port, and then I can refuel my cruisers. And there's also more equipment waiting. This is base force equipment, because this is also a good air base. At least you can make it into a big air base. And additional forces also arrive here. I mean, additional forces, Navy, 1 Navy Guard unit. Trying to take Port Blair next turn. The other big new landing operation was here in Darwin. I have here 1 destroyer with heavy engine damage, but it's by a collision, so it's not any. It has nothing to do with the Australian forces. It was simply a collision. Yeah. And here are also 2 ships burning down. 6-inch is simply a little too much for a cargo ship. I only don't know which ship was a collision. Ah yeah, here maybe. Yeah, this is the second ship with a collision. They also. So maybe both of the destroyers must go back to Surabaya and shipyard and repair the damage. I'm now here out of ammunition. I hope this was enough to suppress the enemy. I have also my tech value on the beach, and I have enough supplies unloaded, so I can normally stop the unloading and try to take Darwin. Darwin is a little more tough. Maybe in Ceylon I am more successful. We will see. New Caledonian. I try to unload more supplies and more base force equipment that I can build here an air base. That I have local cap fighters and that I can control or at least have a air battle over New Caledonian with KilRoy. Maybe this will simply stretch his air force maybe thin, because at least in this month, I think up to June, the allies will not get too much reinforcements. Well, we'll see. Marshall Islands, nothing. No allied activity here. So, then, see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.